Ah, Dietrich, thank you. So we do have people there. Oh, that's wonderful. I just, if people don't want to learn this stuff anymore, then it's my obligation to go out there and find stuff that people really need. We can't force, it's sort of like forcing a lover, you can't make people love you. If they don't want to love you, it's hard to love them back. And you got to figure out what it is that they need that you could love them with. And that's our obligation. And it's hard to ask people what they need because people answer about their needs based on what they think is there. And that's wrong. And that's why it's the non-communication stuff that you have to feel from a loved one. You have to feel what they're talking about, not just the words, because we all don't have enough language to explain ourselves. And that's why here at Let's Go Help, it's really trying to feel what your problems are so we could find other applications for solving that problem. And that's why I think you do that with your heart, not so much with your head, to feel someone's hurt or pain or whatever, and how we could help them satisfy that hurt or pain. And because there's so much information out there and so much sources of help for people that they don't know. Now here's a local city paper in New York, where I live in Washington. Look at this. A fraction of families leaving rapid rehousing approved for housing. Now that headline doesn't mean only a fraction of families leaving rapid rehousing approved for housing vouchers. So what happens, there's a new housing program for people who are afraid they're losing their house, if you have a voucher or something like that. So here in Washington, D.C., they opened up a new program, okay, and they feel that there's about 500 people that are eligible for this new program that pays for housing, okay, and it's called the rapid rehousing, okay, and they went out to send applications to the 500 people that they think should be eligible. Only 37 people applied, okay? Only 37, and of those 37, only one filled out the application. Now this is crazy to my mind, okay? I mean, it is, we have a housing problem, more homeless people than ever before. I know them on the street all the time, because I run and walk on the street, and most of them know me, we chat, stuff like that. So I know there's a big problem. And here is, programs for 500 people to get housing if they're afraid of losing it or whatever. 37 went to the place to apply, to learn about it, and only one actually filled out the forms. Wow. So whatever that is, it's whatever causing that. I mean, we can all point to everybody else and whatever it is. And to me, it's basically education. So that's what we're doing at Let's Go Help, is education. And for you to understand, it may not be as easy as you think it should be. There's things, if you're looking for help in society, what happens, I think we have the instinct of saying, well, this is the way help should be given to me. If they really want to help me, it should be this way. Well, you can't do that, because the help that's out there is done in committee form. So you got, on Capitol Hill, you got 400 Congress people deciding how to help you. That 400 have to agree on something. So that's going to be a little more complicated than having something that you think is the right way it should be done, right? No. In a democracy, 400 people have to agree on this stuff. So it's not going to be the way to do it. So what you have to do, and it's like anything in a business, starting a business. So many businesses I start, well, this is the way people should buy this, and this is the way. And it's not going to happen that way. And I usually fail a whole lot in the beginning because of my misconceptions about what people want to buy and how they want to buy it and things like that. And it's crazy. And I remember in the beginning what I used to do is when I did commercials, I would show them to my friends, okay? So my yuppie friends, and they still wouldn't work the commercials. And then I realized, man, my yuppie friends would never, because I was advertising on TV, infomercials and stuff. My yuppie friends would never buy anything on TV. So why am I even showing them what I did for advice when they don't buy the product? You have to learn your market, okay? So your market in finding money is learning the ins and outs of how they give out money, okay? Not how you want the money. No, that doesn't matter because it's going to be given out their way, not your way. I mean, you want to do it your way? Then you have to go through the legislative process and vote for the right congressman or run for Congress yourself and try to change it. Do you have time to do that? No. You got a problem today, and you got to fix that problem. So you have to learn what's out there and how to use it to your capability. Okay, like here, okay, there's 500 people that could get help, and only one's getting it. 500 people. They have budgeted for 500 people, and only one finished the application. Only 37 found out more about it, and only one, wow. So you can't be that one. Well, you can be, but you have to, okay, here's what it is. Now, how do I get help with that application? Well, how do I find out about it? See, that's what, so only 37 found out about it of the 500 that are eligible. 37 found out about it, and only one completed the application. I mean, I hate to laugh because these are people's serious lives, and that's why this is serious work for me. I mean, I laugh at it because if you don't laugh, I'd commit suicide. Life is so shitty, and it is. I mean, it's stupid. Look at how stupid is this? We have a program that could solve 500 people's problems. This is just a local in my city who have trouble with housing, and only 37 found out about it, and only one finished the application. Now, wow, see, this is my frustration. Well, this is going to keep me busy for a long time, longer than I have, I think. I'm 81, going to be 82 soon, so if I got 10, 15 more years, that's a lot, and it doesn't sound like this is going to be, but now, you're today. Okay, so you have to realize what you're up against, okay? So it's not just you, it's the system. So you have to learn the system, so don't blame you, okay? It's the system, but the system is learnable. It's just like you learning how to drive a car. You learn how to do that, but it was complicated as hell, right? But you learned it, okay? Like you learning how to use a computer. It's complicated as hell, but you learned it, okay? Well, as a bicycle, when you're a kid, you fell on your ass how many times? But you learned it. Just walking. When you're walking, if you're a child, watch how a child learns to walk. They fall on their ass 100 times before they learn how to use those things that are hanging off their body on the bottom there. And it's closed right now. Tammy, right, my Facebook page? Yeah, oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, Facebook is really screwed up. And it's just terrible. And they're so big. Sorry, I got something in my tooth. They're so big that and people sneak into our group there. That's why we're getting out of there. And that's why you want to go to Let's Go Help 2, which you're watching it. If you remember, you're watching it now. That's where everything is. And try to use this as much as possible. I finally get a live. Yes, you did, Iris. How do I find Facebook group? Forget Facebook group. don't like that because they're so screwed up. There's so many scammers that sneak in and they say they're me. I mean, they steal my image or whatever, say they're me, and they go in there and say, hey, just give me $500, I'll get you a grant. No, I will never charge more than $20. So if somebody says they're me and they're charging more than $20, that ain't me. So the way to do that, we just don't play that game anymore. People are getting hurt. Well, it comes from Willie comes from Atlanta. Hiya, Willie. That's hello, first time finding your live. I'm looking for property grant. Okay, Andrea, you want to go to the Meta Grant Report, okay? That's a Meta Grant Report. Download that. And there's a section there on item number 7, which shows you the 7 organizations that you contact. See, that's what you have to do, is contact these nonprofit organizations and ask them for help. In other words, just like this, when there's only one person applying, because people, okay, maybe they went to a meeting about the program, they didn't know how to apply. You have to call them. You're not gonna figure this out yourself. You call people for help, okay? You call them, hey, this looks like a program for me. I can't fill out the application, you call them. If they can't help you, then here's what you do. You go to Common Cause, down to commoncause.org, okay? And you find the phone numbers of your elected officials. You find your phone numbers of your elected officials, your congressmen, senators, all 3 of those, and local ones too. So your state representatives. So you have 12 people you could call and tell them, hey, I can't fill out this damn application. They're there to help you. Again, or you could, we'll point you to things like that, if you're a member of Let's Go Help. The other way is to look at this. You go to findhelp.org. Okay, and then put in your zip code, and then put in applications, okay? Okay, you put in applications, okay? The keyword applications after your zip code. And you will find 200-300 nonprofit organizations that help you fill out applications. Okay, some will be for what you need, some won't, or maybe they won't. That's okay. You call them anyway, even if they're not helping you for your specific application, and ask them, where can I get help for the application? This is what I think we're missing in the whole thing. People want to have one place to go and have everything solved, and it won't be that way. You have to then do research and find that out, okay? So please do the research. Now listen, in the title here, I put about 114 plus free laptops. Starts today, that's right. Because today on the 30th of every month, we give out 30 free laptop computers. Because complex documentation, misinformation, negative, banging, the reasons why, I have 10 reasons why people aren't getting government programs, and one is they don't have a laptop. You can do it with the phone, but it's too hard, and so you can't do that. You have to get a laptop if you want to be successful. I mean, you can be successful without it, and people do. We have members that got $50,000, $100,000 just using their phone. But most of us can't do that. So we need a laptop. That's right, we give out 30 every month. So if you remember, look on the left-hand side of our website there on Let's Go Help 2 and apply for that. Okay, so that's what you do. The other thing is you go to findhelp.org. Findhelp.org, okay? And see, everything, if you're looking, if you don't have money for things, you only want to contact .gov or .org, okay? Anybody else is going to charge you money, so that's why you don't want to go to Google. All you find there is .coms, and they charge money. The .orgs and the GOVs are so small compared to the 2 billion websites you're going to get on Google, you'll never find them. So go right to the horse's mouth, like findhelp.org is only nonprofit organizations. And you put in computers, like you put in your zip code first, then you put in the word that you're looking for help with, rent and things like that. And what I did is put in computers for my zip code. And there are 114 nonprofit organizations that help people buy computers or give them computers. They give them free computers because they know how important that is to survive in society and to use the programs that are available to everyone living in this country. But people don't know that. And they go to Google, and then Google misdirects them to spending money. They don't have money. So that means you're going to either borrow money and get worse off in debt than trying to solve your problem of not having money. So that's why, to me, Google is becoming immoral. They're causing people who don't have money to begin with to get further in money problems because all they know, all the options they see is people who want to charge them money, like for a free laptop. You're trying to get a free laptop to get more money from government programs and everything like that. And all you see is more people that want to charge you money to help you solve the problem of not having money. Now that sounds a little dumb, doesn't it? You don't have money, it's like, well, I got this big hole in the ground, now how do I get out of my hole? Well, you dig the hole deeper, right? No, you can't do that. You can't do that. I have a silly question. Of course, Dulcie, what's the question? No questions are stupid, just me. What do you need, Dulcie? I mean, you have to ask. If you don't ask, that's why we have a question corner on Let's Go Help. Please ask questions. And if we don't answer it right, ask again because we just screwed up and it's hard to communicate. Even though we both speak English, you know it's hard. Let's see, stigma and pride, complex application problem. Complexity, intensive paper, long form, lack of internet. Several studies suggest that many government benefit applications have moved online. Individuals without internet access or digital skills face significant challenges of applying, further reducing participation. See, so one of the problems that people don't participate and get the money that they're eligible for is because of the internet. Okay, so you have to get internet savvy or savvy-er. What's your question, Dolly? I have a huge, tall bill over. How do you know how to get help with that? Please, okay. The first thing you do is make an appointment with a free financial counselor, okay? And that is HUD.gov. HUD.gov, okay, so you want to get free financial counseling. Have you researched government contracting much? Yes, there's a special office. If you want to get a government contract, there's an office that is set up, Apex. What is it? Apex. God. These are government, the government has put up people that will help you for free. Accelerator, that's what Apex. There it is, yeah. Okay, you want to get a government contract, you go to this website, apexaccelerators.us, okay? And they give you free help to learn how to get government contracts. Don't go to Google, because all you're going to find there is people who are slick at selling you something, will convince you that they're the only people that you could use, and they're going to charge you hundreds or thousands of dollars to do that. Here, the government has an office that they pay experts to help you for free to get government contracts, and it doesn't get better than that, okay? And there, Tammy gave out more sources for bad credit and stuff like that. But start with making an appointment with a counselor, then go through all the other organizations that are there to pay. I mean, if your part of your debt is, student debt, then there's a lot of programs that forgive that. Or even if that's not a problem, if you could save money and not paying your student debt, then you free up money to pay the other debt that you can't get paid. The same way with rent or anything else, utilities. So you look for places to, is XPass, I don't know what XPass, what do you mean is XPass? XPass, not sure what XPass is. Let me see if I could, but getting help is all XPass. When I go XPass, I see it's Easy Pass. It's for, I guess, for driving, for not paying tolls. So I don't know what XPass is. The best way to get the help that is really available. Good morning in Connecticut. Looking for mortgage help to keep my home and lower my mortgage payment. Okay, remains same thing. You start with a free financial counselor. Okay, and then you go to item number 3 in the Meta Grant report. Okay, for help with daily expenses. But start with item number 3, and then also here. Let's see, Connecticut housing. Let's see, I'm looking for, let's see, information. Okay, here's the, here's the Connecticut Department of Housing, okay? And check with their programs. Also talk to a housing counselor at HUD. So you want to make an appointment with a HUD housing counselor and also your state housing finance administration. They're the people that will know. Now, no one person is going to know everything, okay? So that's very important for you to realize. If someone says there is no program, you can't believe that, okay? You have to be resilient enough to go out and find other sources that they don't know about. Life is too complex for that, and you have to keep going. So when they say it's not available, it's just not available from them. And they think they know their little fiefdom or whatever, and they're partially right, but they're not completely right. So if you want to solve a problem, you have to keep going to try to solve it. If you take no for an answer, then you don't solve anything, because it's easy to say no. It solves everybody's problems and leaves you in trouble. For you to get out of trouble, you have to not believe in no and continue. If you don't want to do that, then, you don't have to. Nobody's going to put a gun to your head. and that's what's important. I guess it's so it's important that you realize that, okay? What else? Who else has a question here? So the housing thing. Oh, and don't forget, the reason I'm calling today is tonight is the deadline for applying for our computers, our free computers, okay? I need Major Dental. Okay, Pat, here's we have a whole, there's lots of help, but again, it's gonna take help work on your part to call people. The way you fix this is by calling people. because so many people even in the business don't know. You have to keep finding people who are in this area of dental work and see how they could help you. Okay, let me get you some more of the dental. Let's see, I didn't have that set up. I'll get this for you. And you have to keep calling and asking. So you may have to spend a few hours on the phone, but God, this could be $5,000, $10,000 worth of dental work. I would think you don't have a whole lot of things better to do, except what you're gonna do is, if you don't do the calling, you're gonna be going around in circles on Google for the rest of your life trying to find something. And what you have to do is start calling people more than going in Google. And that's the way out of the problem. Okay, let me get the dental. Free dental care. Okay, right. Okay, here it is. I don't care about your dental care. I do care about your dental care. That's okay. And okay. Okay, got that. Copy and paste. Where are you? Okay, here you are. Okay. Okay, they're dental care. Okay, a lot of places to call, and you have to call them all and investigate them all. This is what researching is, and this is what solving a problem is. Problems aren't solved magically unless you have money. If you don't have money, then that's okay. You could fit it. But if you learn this system, you have a way to solve any problem for the rest of your life or get the best possible answer without being trapped because you don't have money, okay? I lost my job after coming back from FMLA since November. I'm not sure where FMLA. Worked only 2 months since then. I'm honest, I'm being pulled in every direction. And what's the fastest grants to apply for utilities from? Okay, Jason, Japan, see item number 3 in the, well, actually here, you want to go to Find Help. Okay, findhelp.org. You put in your zip code, then you put in rent. And when you put in rent there, then you'll find, at least where I am, for rent, there's 72 organizations that help people for rent, okay? And then you put in utilities, and where I live, I think there's like 115. You have to start calling as many of those as you can to find money for help. Now for jobs, yes, now Tammy gave you something. You wanna start getting jobs, okay? You wanna first make an appointment with the Career One Stop. There's a lot of grant programs for job training to get you a better job. And many of these grant programs also pay you while you're learning. So you could be making 40 grand a year to get a $100,000 a year job, and this is without a college degree. The other thing is you go to Find Help. Findhelp.org and search for jobs. And you'll see dozens, if not hundreds, of nonprofit organizations that help people train for jobs, get jobs, pay for expenses, to look for a job. I mean, you'll be overwhelmed. And you have to stay in that area and not go to Google trying to find that help, because that's death. Because if you don't, you'll see if it is you're either going to get scammed or cost a lot of money for something you don't have, and you just want to stay out of both of those. Okay, so that's why we're here. We show you these programs, how to do it. You have to ask us questions. Like today, I think there's 2 or 3 hours. We have our navigators are on available live. Sign up for their sessions. You'll see workshops on the sea. I think that's what they call it. We keep changing the names of stuff. So I don't know. On the left-hand side, there's something probably called workshops that will help you. And you could ask them questions, okay, like you are with me. Taking your advice about Google. No, sir, I have taken your advice. Oh, good. I mean, if you have money, then Google is great, because lots of people there will take your money, try to solve your problem, or rip you off, either one. Type no, but I'll do it. Tell me, that's the link to type in, but okay. Weekly live group session. Okay, Tammy's got that link there. Okay, that's good. Scroll back through the comments here and see the docs from Tammy above. Right. Okay, try, and if you screw up, you come back and we show you more sources to try or whatever. Go on the live groups and talk to other people who tried this to learn from them. See, I think it's better for you to learn from other people than me. I've been studying this for 50 years. So what's on top of my mind is certainly different than what's on top of the minds of people who are just starting, okay? My throat is, I got some kind of little bug in my throat, it's sore and stuff like that, and I gotta do 2 more podcasts today, so I gotta save that. Talk to him, and don't forget, today is the last day to apply for our October free laptops, 30 of them. And if you miss it this time, next month we'll have 30 more to give you out, plus a whole bunch of other grants. We give out $70,000 every month. So let us know. You have to apply to win. Got to play to win. It's like the lottery. Take care. Love you all. Thank you so much for your kind words.